the perfectly accessible document.
One more point what I would like to make. So the accessibility, this is the tool pan which you are seeing on the right of the PDF. It was not there in Acrobat 9. It was introduced in Acrobat 10. Accessibility pane will not be visible by default. So you have to click on this button, show pan, and just click on the accessibility, and this will enable accessibility pan in the toolbar.
So how do you do this with keyboard? You go into View menu, Tools. Under View menu, there is a Tools item. Under the Tools item, you select the Accessibility option menu item, and then from next time onwards, it will say that it's Accessibility checkbox, Accessibility checked. And then you press F6 and then go down with the arrow keys. You will see the Accessibility option. Expand. It's like a tree view basically. You expand that with the right arrow key, and then you have the tools under that.
So this was a quick overview.
Very, very quick.
Yeah.
I mean, there is, as I said, this is at least a half day session. So, but hopefully now you have you have a basic idea of how to create accessible PDFs, and you also have a lot of documentation on adobe.com/accessibility, or even if you go to Google and say Adobe accessibility, the first result is often adobe.com/accessibility. And we have a whole subsection in the website dedicated to Acrobat and PDF accessibility. We will also be doing a couple of videos. I would suggest that you either check back a couple of weeks later on, and or follow us on Adobe Access on Twitter, if you are on Twitter, that is. And the first video will be how to create accessible PDFs from Word documents. That's it. So again, just to clarify, adobe.com/accessibility is the URL. I don't have any cards with me, so I want to write down my email address. My name is Kiran Kaja, K-A-J, and my email address is kkaja@adobe.com. That's spelled K-A-J-A at adobe.com. K-K-A-J at adobe.com. Now questions, and yesterday I think Snacker from Wipro, if he's still here, had a question about converting PDF to HTML in the CQ5 section, and unfortunately I couldn't answer that. So if he's still here, could you start with him?
No, he's not
here. So I believe his question was to do with, or anyway, let's start with your normal questions then. I might add that information at the end.
If a document was made from Word using those free conversion facilities that you have in PDF, can it later on be checked under these under Adobe X?
Sorry, but before I answer, could you introduce yourself, please?
My name is Naya, and I represent the Society for Accessible Travel and Hospitality, SAT.
Thank you. Yes, you can check any PDF file being any PDF file in Acrobat X, but I would if you have a tool that does not create accessible PDFs by default from Word, you shouldn't be using it. Because as I said, I mean, the effort involved in creating or making an existing PDF accessible is much more higher than doing the source. See, if you are most word processing applications, so if you are using Office 2007 or 2010, even if you don't have Acrobat X, there is a PDF option. Even that is fine. Okay, it has some problems. It doesn't create fully 101% accessible PDFs. Nothing can, but it does a very good job of creating accessible PDFs. You would use that instead of using some kind of PDF converter or whatever. If you are using OpenOffice, which is a free Office tool, that also saves to PDF, and it does a decent job. It can create, and both of them can create accessible PDFs. You want to do that rather than trying to change the existing PDFs. And even what I haven't talked about is you should, if you're an organization, you should look at your workflow. So there are about 10 to 15 people in your organization who are creating PDF documents for whatever reason, right? And they are using, control. If they are using Word to create PDF documents and they are not doing stuff like using the correct semantic or formatting elements, you can give them a template, right? You can give them a template saying this will be this is the template that you need to use if you want to create accessible PDF. So you can specify that, okay, heading level 1, you need to put your main heading here, subheading, and all they need to do is modify those templates rather than trying to create from the beginning. So you need to look at the workflow and try and see if you can minimize the effort of creating. And all these 15 people, you need to check if they have enabled the checkbox or not. For some reason, sometimes administrators disable that checkbox because files created with tags add about 0.7% extra in file size. Okay, some people have a problem with that. I don't know why. They are happy to do a 3 MB file. They are not happy to have a 3.07 MB file.
Kaja question.
Yes.
How to make programmatically, created PDF like a monthly statement and statement?
Right, that's a bit more complicated because there are again a whole lot of and solutions that do it. The one that we have is Cycle PDF Generator. That's a server-side tool which basically gets data from a database and creates a PDF file and emails them en masse. Now again, there are accessible templates that we provide there, and you can customize the output and create accessible PDFs. It's all about the intention to do it, there are a number of third-party solutions, server-based tools, which do accessible PDFs. You shouldn't be using those. Acrobat, Adobe has the best tooling support for creating quality PDF, and I'm not saying that because I work for Adobe. Well, unfortunately, they'll have to be modified. There's nothing, or they see. As I said, I cannot comment on the other tools. I don't even know what they do to generate PDF files. But if the server-side tools are doing it, it's their responsibility to either provide templates or create the accessible PDFs. You cannot do it much on the user side, unfortunately. Does that answer your question? No.
Okay. Hi, Kiran. This is Purnima from Cognizant. Okay, I have a question in that tag and untagged PDF. You mentioned if the developer is not giving any tags to the PDF documents, then Acrobat creator itself, automatically generate tags, right?
Yes.
Okay. Actually, we do accessibility testing. Okay. So from the testing perspective, how do I identify whether that is the developer created tags or the automatically generated tags? Do we have any options or things?
Good question. Right. Easier if you are running a screen reader on your computer. So, Reader. So this is what happens. Reader is the tool that you would use, okay, to create to read the PDF documents, right? Now, before you open the PDF file, run your screen reader. It can NVDA also, no problem. Okay. When you open the PDF file, if the PDF is not tagged, Reader will ask you, tell you this PDF is not tagged. Okay. Do you want to automatically? You want Reader to create the tags automatically or not? Okay. That is a good indication that it's not provided for you. Or if you don't have a screen reader running, you can open the PDF file in there, go into accessibility quick check. It will tell you that this may not have tags. It will not it will only add tags automatically either if you ask it to, or if the screen reader is running, it detects that a screen reader is running. Is that correct?
Yeah, there is one more quick to do that.
They see.
Yeah.
He's the expert.
You can Control plus D. It pops up the document list, and here you can see the if it's tagged. There is a property called tag PDF. Yeah.
Oh. Wow.
In the bottom right now, there's a. This is the it will tell if the PDF is tagged.
But then again, it will tell you that it's a tagged or not. But if your screen reader is running and the reader is the one that's created the tags, it won't tell you that it has the tags. So that's a little difference. But I didn't know this.